Hi, this is Sandy, and I'd like to welcome you back to 10 Habits of Highly Miserable Christians. So let's get right into refining your talent and honing your misery skills. Number 8 is focus on yourself. In other words, ruminate about things. Do you know what ruminating means? I was born and raised on a ranch, and ruminating actually has to do with cows. Cows have more than one stomach, so what they do is they eat the food, it goes into one stomach, and then they regurgitate it up, and then chew on it again, and it goes into another stomach. So ruminating means chewing on stuff over and over and over again. So spend a great deal of time focused on yourself. Worry constantly, analyze your defects, chew on your problems, and think about what causes your behavior. This will help you foster a pessimistic view of your life. Don't allow yourself to become distracted with any positive experience. Ensure that even minor upsets and difficulties appear huge. Forget that thing about being a Christian means focusing on others, like Matthew 25 says. It says to help the poor, the needy, and visit the prisoners. But you don't want to do that because you're focusing on yourself and you're learning how to be more miserable. Ruminate on the problems of others and how they affect you. Make them all about you. For example, if your coworker is sick and can't come to work, think about what a burden it is for you to have to do twice as much work as because they're gone. Don't think about your sick coworker. Think about you and how much harder you're going to have to work. So is your spouse hurt by your behavior? Well, if they are and they mention it, think about how it makes you feel when your spouse points out how it makes them feel. In other words, make it all about you. You can hold the world on your shoulders when you do this. By ruminating not only your problems, the problems of others, you can come to believe that you are a deep, sensitive thinker who holds the weight of the world on your shoulders. Isn't that what God wants? He doesn't want you to give him your burdens, right? Because he says, "Come to me, all who are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." That's in Matthew 11. So you don't want to give your burdens to him because you're focusing on yourself and you're learning how to be more miserable. So here are some exercises that you can do to help yourself be more miserable by focusing on yourself. One is sit in a comfortable chair. Seek negative feelings, things like anger, depression, anxiety, and boredom. Concentrate on these feelings for at least 15 minutes every day. During the day, keep them in the back of your mind so no matter what is happening, you can bring them back up. Okay, the Lord does not want us to focus on ourselves and be miserable. He definitely does not want us to be miserable by focusing on ourselves. So by focusing on others and help serving others, we can get out of this misery because we want to think about others and not always about ourselves all the time. Now, that doesn't mean you have to quit your job and leave for Nepal or anything like that, but it does mean that if you focus on how others feel, you'll feel better about yourself. So my husband and I are doing a whole year on how to serve others and serve God in a deeper way. So if you're interested in that, here's the link. And we are also having conference calls on Wednesdays and Thursdays, Wednesday evenings and Thursday mornings, and you can find out about that in the email. So all that information is in the email. So join us again next time for Glorify or Vilify the Past.